Hey guys, TJXC here, back at you guys with another deck profile combo tutorial for Spyrals. This time, it's the Danger Spyrals. Alright, so before we start this deck profile, I just want to give a big shout out to, I think his name was Jawad. He played Danger Spyrals from the 200 YCS in Utrecht, if I'm pronouncing it right. I apologize if I pronounced it wrong, but the deck drew a lot of inspiration from him because he is actually the one that kind of showcased the deck, and so props to him and big shout out to him. Let's go ahead and begin. I have 3 agents. You have to play these guys. If you don't play them, I don't know what to say. These guys, it's the bread and butter of your deck, so you need this guy. Alright, next off we're playing 2 master plans. This card is actually not too bad at 2 because of a few cards that I'm going to be showing in a bit later. So this card is actually not bad at 2. And Spyral master plan, it searches and it searches. So basically this card is really good. Next, the one-ofs. You're going to play 1 Destrudo, you're going to play Ibli, you're going to play Quick Fix, 1 Tough, Drone, 1 Resort, and 1 Sleeper. Those are your one-ups in your deck. Next up, the reason why we're playing 2 master plans is because we're playing 3 of these guys. 3 Dark Greffers, and these guys are just so good. So basically you can normal summon it, use the secondary effect to discard 1 dark to send 1 dark from your deck to your grave. So that's actually a combo starter. If anything, if you have lots of dark monsters in your hand, this guy is a free special summon, so you can discard a dark, special summon itself. You're also, you have master plan, and you're gonna have a few other cards that I'm gonna be showing you that when you discard it, their effects are gonna trigger too. And you know what they are? They are dangers. That's right. So you're playing 3 Danger Nessie. Super good. Kind of expensive, I know, but the deck needs it. So basically, when Nessie discarded, you get to search for 3 Jackalopes. Well, you don't get to search for 3. Basically, when Nessie is discarded, you search for Jackalope. When Jackalope is discarded, you special Nessie. And Nessie is a level 7, so you need him to go into Tomahawk. So basically, that's what it is. So now onto your spells. The one-offs, you're playing Burial, Rhoda, Monster Reborn, 1-for-1, Soul Charge, or as they call it, Wind Charge. You're playing 1 card Destruction as well. So those are your one-offs. Alright, so now onto your equip spells. You're playing 4. You can get away with 3, but I'm just testing. Lately I've been testing with a spicy tech that I think is a spicy tech. So you're playing Axe of Fools and your 3 Big Reds. So the reason why we're playing Axe of Fools is as your 4th equip spell is because sometimes if you draw into one of your equip spells and this is in your hand, you can't activate Powerful Dragon. But if you have these 3 in your deck, if you have one of these in your hand, you can at least activate Powerful Dragon's effect. Or another reason why you're playing Axe of Fools is because, well, it says the equipped monster gains 1000 attacks, but its effects are negated. During each of your standby phases, inflict 500 to the controller of the equipped monster. Now that secondary effect doesn't really matter, but basically the first effect is what matters. And so basically you could use it as, to boost your monster, or you could use it as a way to negate your opponent's card on your monster. So basically, let's say if they have a Colossus on the board, activate this, equip it to it, its effects are negated, can't do anything. Or if they have a Titan, equip to a Titan, they can disrupt it. So there you go. Or if you need to, you can just use this to equip to one of your monsters. It gains 1000 attack, which is pretty nifty. Next up, we got 3 Burial Goods. This deck is to go first, so you need this to start your combos. And with that said, you're playing 2 Call by the Graves, just to make sure that you don't get stopped. If they have hand traps, you can have a way to, stop them from stopping you. Next up, your Field Spell, Resort. You're playing 1 Ravine and 2 Terraformings to search for your field spells. And now you have your Spiral Mission Package, Assault, and your 3 Rescues. So that is basically the deck. Alright, next up, your extra deck. So basically you're just going to be playing Spiral Dragon, Gumbo Dragon, 1 Boar Sword. You're playing 1 Secure Gardener, just in case if you're unable to do the extra link, you can still do your Trigate and Sleeper play. So this helps with that. If you don't want to play this, you can play other cards instead, and I'll show that in a bit. And you're going to go ahead and play Link Rebo, Trigate, and Ib. You don't have to play Ib. Personally, I would prefer Proxy Dragon just because it's more generic. but I think you should be okay with it just because all your monsters in your deck is different from each other, so it should be okay. Next up, you're playing Power Tool Dragon and Tomahawk. So these two are really good. Power Tool searches for your equips, and it also becomes a material for, of course, your Galaxy Tomahawk, which basically is, I want to say, a very important and vital piece of your combo. So next up you have your Nightmare package, which is Phoenix, Unicorn, Cerberus, and Mermaid. This is all you need. You don't need to play Griffin. You don't need to play any, an extra one of Phoenix or Cerberus. You could if you want. You just take out the guard now. So last but not least, you're playing the 2 Helix, because after all, this is Spyrals we're talking about. So 2 Helix. Alright, so these are the extra deck monsters that I was talking about that you could take out Gardna and play these instead. So you could play Black Rose Dragon, because basically if you lost a dice roll and you go, they won first, you won second, you could at least make this guy to nuke the board. So this guy's really good for that. You could play Borreload Dragon, just because Borreload is Borreload. Attack your ticket opponent's monster is really good. You can play the Decode Talker, because if you guys haven't seen the Decode Talker OTK combo yet, that's what Decode is for. You can basically you have Decode, Sleeper, and Helix, and basically that's the OTK right there. That's 8,000 damage, I believe. You could play Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon, because it's a rank 7. You can make it pretty easy with the deck, just because you can tutor out so many level 7s. And a Red Eyes Flare Metal Dragon is really good because it can be destroyed with card effects while it has XYZ material. And also, whenever your opponent activates a card effect, then immediately you inflict 500 damage to them. And this card doesn't activate, it's like a continuous effect. So whenever they just activate or play any card effect, they just take 500. And most decks nowadays are combo based, and so they're going to be taking a whole ton of damage if you have this guy on board. So next up, we have more Xyz. We have Big Eye. Basically, you take an opponent's monster. It's really good. You could play Cowboy, because Cowboy for game is really good. You can play Exciton Knight. Exciton's really good. You can play number 74, Master Blade, because during other player's turn, when a card or effect is active that targets this face-up card, you can detach material, negate it. You can play Mega Phantom Beast, Dracosec to make tokens and pop your opponent's cards, or you can make Titanic Moth to just swing directly. So you can play these. Otherwise, you can play something else. At this point, it's player preference. All right. So last but not least, we got the side deck. These are just my options. You're more than welcome to play whatever you want. So basically, we're going to be playing 3 prohibitions. These basically act as your 3rd, 4th, and your 5th Called by the Grave. So, if you're going first, this deck is going first deck, right? So, let's say your 3rd game, you side these in, you draw this, you play it. You can call Impermanence, you can call Ash, you can call any hand trap there is, and basically they can't play that card. Or, if you want, this card can also be skillful, where you can play it and you can call a key card that's in their deck. So for example, if you're playing against something like, I don't know, let's just say Thunder Dragons, you can call the Colossus, or you can call something else. There's probably a better target than Colossus, but yeah. 2 Twin Twisters, just so that you can get rid of back row. Too many decks nowadays, too many back row, Altergeist, Paleozoics, you name it. This deck doesn't like back row decks, and so this is why it's in your side deck, because you want to get rid of those cards. Playing 3 red reboots, same thing, lots of trap heavy decks, this kills them. Go with 2 Kaijus. The reason why we're playing the 2 Kumongas is because, well, they're level 7, and say if you draw 2 of these, you Kaiju 1, you special 1, it's level 7. If you're able to bring out another level 7, you can go into Tomahawk. And also this is good to go second against Sky Strikers and just Kaiju over their monster. Now this is in their main monster zone, they can activate most of their spells. Last but not least, you have your hand traps. So the 3 Ash Blossoms. This is really good. Ash, it does what it needs to do. And you're playing the 2 ghost spells, just because nowadays Thunder Dragons is so prevalent. This card does so much just to stop them. Anything that adds a card from the grave to the hand, deck, or from the graveyard, hand, or deck or extra deck, special summoning from the grave, or banishing a card from the grave, this guy can stop. So this guy helps a lot with that. And also it's very versatile. So you can use this in I guess different decks, Sky Strikers, Go Keys, basically a lot of meta decks. So this is very versatile. So at this point, I kind of like these more than Ghost Ogre. yeah, there you go. That is your deck profile. Alright, so to start with the combo, all you need is 2 cards and any monster. You need Dark Grepher and Master Plan, and your third card has to be a monster. It could be any monster in your deck. So let's start the combo. Go ahead and summon the Dark Grepher. You're going to activate Dark Grepher's effect. Pitch the Master Plan from your hand to the grave. You're going to go ahead and send Destruder from your deck to the grave. Go ahead and activate Destruder effect to target the Grepher special. And you're going to go ahead and sync at this point, because they're both equals level 7, into Power Tool Dragon. Destruder will go into the bottom of your deck. You're going to activate Power Tool Dragon to reveal 3 equips from your deck. Your opponent will now randomly choose one for you. Since you have 3 of the same one, it doesn't matter. You're going to get your big red regardless. So go ahead and grab yourself a big red. So now activate the big red. You're going to target Master Plan special. Go ahead and special. Activate Master Plan's effect. Search for a rescue to add to your hand. And then now you're going to go ahead and go into an Exceed's play. You're going to Exceed into Galaxy Tomahawk. Go ahead and activate Tomahawk's effect to summon your tokens. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Go ahead and link these 2 off into Phoenix. Link Phoenix off into, let's see here, Mermaid. Mermaid's gonna trigger on summon. Pitch the rescue to grave. Go ahead and summon your Ibli from your deck. So now you want to go into Firewall Dragon. You're gonna go ahead and link these 3 off, and this guy, into Firewall Dragon. Right there. Go ahead and activate the Ibli effect and give it to your opponent. At this point, you're gonna go ahead and activate Rescue, banish, target the Master Plan special. That should go there. Activate the Master Plan effect to search for another rescue. So these are in hand. Then link these 2 off now for Ib. Or if you're playing Proxy Dragon, you can summon Proxy Dragon here. So at this point, Firewall will trigger because, you know, a monster left its one of the arrows that I was pointing at, and Master Plan will also trigger. So we'll do a chain links in this way. Chain link 1 Firewall Dragon special, chain link 2 to Master Plan search. The reason why you want to do that is because you want to summon this guy off of Firewall. So you're going to do search for those 2, and then Firewall will activate. You're going to summon the Quick Fix if I can grab it. Summon it there. Quick Fix will now activate, searching you a drone. Go ahead and activate the Spiral Resort. Grab yourself a sleeper from your deck. At this point, you can link these 2 off for Nightmare Unicorn. Summon it there. So at this point, you're going to do chain link 1 Firewall Dragon, chain link 2 Unicorn, cost, pitch the Rescue to grave. At this point, you can either target the Ibli to shuffle it back into your deck, or you can target the Resort and shuffle that back to your deck, because you already used Resort, so you don't really need it to be on your field anymore. If you want the Ibli to stay live and not let your opponent special summon, you can leave it. If you want the Resort to protect your Spyrals, then you can leave that. I personally like to shuffle the Resort back, just so that I can leave the Ibli on their side of the field when I extra link them. That way they can't special summon. And not having Spiral Resort is fine, because you're going to have the Resort to equip to the sleeper anyways to protect it, so it should be okay. So we're going to go ahead and shuffle the Resort back to your deck, and that will now resolve. Summoning your drone. Activate drone's effect to look at the top of your opponent's deck, and now you know the top card of your opponent's deck. Go ahead and activate Rescue, banish, target the Master Plan special. Activate Master Plan's effect to search. Search for your 3rd and your last one. 3rd and last rescue. At this point, go ahead and link these 2 off for Helix. Summoning it there. And then if you want, you can go ahead and activate Firewall's effect to special. You're going to chain link 2 to add to bounce 2 cards from your grave to your hand, because you know he's co-linked by 2 arrows. So chain link 1 special, 2 to bounce. Go ahead and bounce Master Plan and Drone back to your hand. These are all in your hand right now. It's a lot of cards. Alright, so go ahead and special the Master Plan here. And then go ahead and activate Master Plan again. Searching for your assault. At this point, you know the top card of the deck, so you're going to activate Double Helix. You're going to call, I don't know, let's just say monster. Call the monster, calling right. So he can't special summon right now, but you can still search a card from your deck to your hand. That's Spiral. So we're going to go ahead and just search Agent to your hand. You can search Tough too if you want. So searching that. And then since you have a Super Agent on the field, go ahead and activate Quick Fix effect in grave. So rescue his cost to your grave to special the Quick Fix. Quick Fix now activates, grabbing you the last resort from your deck. At this point, you want to go ahead and link these off for your Tri-Gate Wizard. Right there. And then Firewall is going to activate. So you're going to summon the drone here. And then now you can go ahead and link this off for Linkuribo. So now you're extra linked. Alright, so now you can go ahead and link these two off for the Gomblar play. So summoning Gomblar into that zone there. So since he is extra linked, you can go ahead and use his secondary effect to discard 2 of your opponent's cards. So you're gonna do chain link 1 mandatory, 2 to special. So 2 specially the agent there, and then 1 discard. So from this point, you're gonna go ahead and link these 2 off because you don't need your Firewall anymore. You're gonna link it into Service. So Service will now protect all your co-linked monsters from being destroyed by card effects, which is really good. I personally like Cerberus a little bit more than, who's the other guy? The bird guy, Phoenix. I like him more than Phoenix. Phoenix protects it from battle. Cerberus protects it from card effects, so I like Cerberus a little better because in the end you're gonna have Sleeper anywhere on the board and Sleeper can just pop their cards, so you won't have to worry about, say, Mermaid or Linkuribo getting killed by battle. So you're gonna go ahead and look through your grave to banish cards now to summon your Sleeper. Let's go ahead and banish Master Plan, Big Red, and Agent. Banish those 3. Summon your Sleeper there. Go ahead and use Last Resort to equip to your Sleeper, and then you're going to go ahead and activate Assault just because you can, and when you use Sleeper to pop their cards, you get a draw off of Assault. So right now what you can do is you can actually use Sleeper's effect to target itself, pop the Ibli if you want, and get an extra draw. But personally I like to keep the Ibli here just so that they can't special summon. So at this point, you're just going to go ahead and pass turn, and they're going to draw the 4 card. So now they have 4 cards, and since it's their draw phase, go ahead and activate the Rescue in your grave for banish. Target the Helix special. That's going to trigger Gomblar's burst effect. So you discard 2 random cards. Let's say you just discard these 2, and now your opponent discards 2 cards. So now they're only left with 2 cards, and they have to use those 2 cards to try to out your field, which more than likely they're not going to be able to, just because this board is ridiculous. You have Sleeper to pop 2 cards, Cerberus protecting all your cards from destruction, you have your live Tri-Gate to negate basically anything, and so more than likely they can't out your board at this point. So you just win. Yeah, that's the combo. So I hope you guys like this combo. If you guys like it, please leave a like. If you guys don't like it, give it a dislike. If you guys have any ways to improve it, let me know in the comment section below. I have more combos coming up for you guys. Deck tutorials. I'm thinking about doing deck tutorials for other decks and combos for other decks too. So let me know if you guys want to see something in particular, and I'll go ahead and do that for you guys, or try my best to. So yeah, stay tuned for more, guys. Thanks for watching. Peace.